Welcome to Real Geek Media. It is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. I'm Hayden Stoll. We have Christopher Michael Blake and our very special guest, Robert Aduato. We are here tonight to talk Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and the definition of the word idiot. How are we doing?
Doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. How is badly as an adverb? I don't know. Yeah, glad to be here. I appreciate the invite. This is going to be a blast.
Yeah, we're happy to have you, Robert. Christopher, badly is an adverb.
But I need some Gennaros over here. That's what I need. I need to drink some Gennaros. Yeah. You got that clip there? Fire that clip up there, Hayden.
Oh, I already fired it up.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. The definition of the word idiot.
I didn't see it. I feel disappointed, like I'm left out of the conversation.
Oh, I could play it again if you need it.
No. Well, yeah. I'm opening up the dictionary as I speak.
A picture of me.
So, tell me what you guys liked about this movie or didn't like about this movie. Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? I know for me personally, we reviewed Last Boy Scout earlier this year, and it had lost a lot of the specialness that I had watching it the first time in the 90s. This was just so great of a movie for me. I really enjoyed this. The banter between the two characters, the one-liners, it was very reasonable. The action, it wasn't over dramatic. I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, my first time seeing it came out in 90 something, right? Or 2000? 2005. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I did love that Val Kilmer and Robert Downey Jr. worked so well together. That thing was so effortless. Yeah. The banter, the quips, the one-liners, the exasperated, expressions between the two of them. I wanted more. After I saw this, it's never going to happen. But after this, I was like, that would have been awesome if they made like another buddy movie, because it reminded me of The Nice Guys, which just came out in 2016 with Ryan Gosling. And who's the other guy in that one? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
That was also, Shane Black.
Shane Black, yeah.
So kind of the same premise in a way, kind of Hollywood buddy kind of thing. And they worked fantastically. I loved it.
I think for me, the performances were the best part. Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, like Robert said, tremendous chemistry together, great acting in those scenes. I felt a little bit like it was somebody trying to impersonate Shane Black writing this. Some of the dialogue felt a little awkward and forced. The plot was very, I didn't follow the plot.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was like, what? And then what? And then
he's part of the unreliable narrator. That's what the beauty of this whole thing is.
And it's just, what captures you is some of the dialogue and the performances, right? Plot aside, it was an entertaining movie. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to harp on that. I thought the plot was just completely nonsense. But it is a fun movie. It's an hour, 40 minutes, and you want more. Like Robert said, you want more. You want to see more of these characters together. And unfortunately, we're never really going to get that. But, it felt like a Shane Black movie. Very much in the dialogue and the script and a lot of the setting. And, you have a lot of the entendre and the jokes and all that. Very much Shane Black humor, but it was a fun movie.
Yeah. And all the other characters were fantastic too. Michelle Monaghan was in there. I almost didn't recognize her because she was so young.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge Mission Impossible fan. And also I was like, oh my gosh, that's Michelle. And she looked fantastic, and she was great. Her character was great in the movie.
She was in Maxine recently, and let me tell you, she still looks that good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, absolutely. I just, Hayden, my rating scale. The minute I see TNA, I'm automatically you get 1 star out of me just for that. and I'm okay. It's the Santa Claus out. I'm serious. That's look.
Well, listen,
I'm a
Right.
guy. That's what it is.
the
Right.
Santa Claus outfit was worth the price of admission. I mean,
It's got my 1150. I'm telling you, that's there.
listen, I rented it for $3.99 on Apple.
and I mean, I don't remember where I watched it, but I can just hit pause here. And before you had to grab the remote, hurry, rewind. And you had to- anyway, let's move on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so like Shane Black's always kind of got a similar style to his things, and you brought up The Nice Guys, and it's very much feels like this movie can relate to that one seamlessly, almost like they couldn't do a sequel, so let's just do Nice Guys instead.
True.
And then
Yeah.
just as good of a movie, if not, I think it's a better movie. But
Yeah.
you know, they kind of all feel like, you know, even when we were talking about The Last Boy Scout, you know, you have that connection that the two characters from different worlds brought together and, you know, kind of thrust into this pairing, unlikely and unwilling. You know, Perry didn't want to have him, drag him around and show him things. He didn't want to take him to the stakeout. He's, you know, as much as he's just kind of off-putting, he kind of has, you know, he can feel for this guy a little bit. But then, you know, like when he's breaking down, you know, she committed suicide, and he's kind of pushes him off the car so he could drive away.
I love that whole scene. That was hilarious. I had to play all that back again because it was so funny.
Yep.
Robert's like, yeah, I'll call you. He's like, die. He like wants nothing to do. Just get out of my car, you idiot. Val Kilmer is just so amazing, man.
Yeah.
He's just always. You know, it's too bad what he's been suffering lately. But he's a legend actor. But this really goes to show how important casting is too, right? Picking the right people for these parts. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who the casting director was, but I mean, if Shane knows who the character, what he's writing for, then it really helps. Yeah.
He was related to the Best Boy, I believe. But yeah. But you know that there's a book series out there. It's a mixture of Sherlock Holmes and Mission Impossible.
Oh,
and of course, I'm talking about
I want to read this
book series.
Oh, that's
written by our special guest, award-winning author Robert Aduato. Coil and Fang books are full of high stakes and fast action. Sharon Coil, who's left for dead by her ex-fiance, and she's vowed to bring him to justice.
Yep.
Fang is an assassin vampire created in a lab to be an unstoppable killing machine. Together, they take on powerful enemies to save the lives of innocents.
Yep.
Can you tell us the website where we can go and find out more about the Coil and Fang series?
Yeah, coilandfang.com. Coil is spelled Coyle and Fang, Fang.com. Coilandfang.com.
Wow.
Yep.
And of course, you know about the big movie business of 2025 coming up, Crimson Harvest.
Yes.
If you haven't already gotten your part, whether you want to be a producer or to donate or to start your acting career, hey, look, Hayden, I know you've been dying to be in front of the camera for years now.
This is your chance.
Look, you can go through 20
Only
years
fans.
of acting school trying to find somebody to.
As soon as you shave and get a haircut, you're in.
Unfortunately, he looks like a scruffy nerf herder all the time.
Oh, okay.
I can't get it. Yeah, that's He doesn't.
Yeah,
that's his character.
It's yep. I'm typecast.
No, it's perfect.
All you gotta do is look at the Rookie Media sign over there. It's right there. I mean, it's exactly
That's him.
It's funny. I had shown that logo to my wife when you had gotten it, and she's like, "You look like old Luke Skywalker."
Oh wow, hey, I'll take it.
I
Right?
thought it was funny.
Look that well. At least you ain't get Harrison Ford. That's
Man, yeah.
Yeah,
Harrison
that's
Ford,
Yeah.
chewing on some thumbtacks.
Yep.
But if you're dying to be an action star, to be in your own movie, Crimson Harvest, Indiegogo.com/Crimson Harvest Projects. Secure your role now. The only thing that can beat that, Hayden, is, of course, to secure your role, to promote your business where?
RealGeekMedia.com.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
For the lower price. Look, I went to McDonald's today. It was $26 for a Happy Meal and a 10-piece nugget.
That's not happy.
No, I was not happy. And the meal, of course, it was cheeseburger day, so they gave me a 50-cent cheeseburger.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was
I didn't know they did that.
Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't. Hey,
but
look,
she ate it.
Shh! Don't tell anybody.
But she ate it.
Look, Hayden, do you know the price that you can advertise here at Real Geek Media?
For the low price of $30.
$30, you can get placement on our website as well as on our shows for the entire month. You could be in the intro role here. You could be in a mid role. Hayden, you can even donate if you just enjoy hearing our podcast and just want to donate to us. Go to our website, www.realgeekmedia.com. So,
Christopher,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hayden.
Let me play that clip for you because I feel like we need to get it out there again.
Am I the idiot? Is that what you're telling me here?
No,
Hayden?
no, I'm not telling that. I just want to get this clip out. We're going to share this clip right now.
Okay.
Hayden, she's not dead. She's just resting her eyes.
There you go. There you go.
So, this was the movie that kind of sparked Robert Downey Jr.'s return, right? Because at this point, he had been on his low point after winning the Academy Award for Chaplin, right? And the drug abuse and everything really kind of took its toll. It seemed like his acting career was over after going to jail. I think Mel Gibson helped him out when no one else kind of would. At least that's the backstory that I seem to remember.
Yeah.
And this was the role that he took on before Iron Man.
Yep.
So do you think this role kind of helped solidify him into getting that role and, hey, that he can still carry a movie? Because they had to have gotten him on the cheap for this one, right? I mean, that's the gut feeling I've gotten for this.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Definitely. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
I'm thinking, I'm trying to count in my head. Like after this, I think he had one more movie before Iron Man, I think. But then he did with the MCU. I mean, I'm thinking maybe 7-8 movies with them.
Yeah.
And he's not done. He was just revealed to be Dr. Doom in the next Secret Wars, was it, I think?
Now let me ask you a question, because we covered this on our podcast. And we had varying opinions on his return to the Marvel Universe. We think overall it's a good thing. What's your opinion? You're out there in California. You're where the hub is. You're where all the excitement is. Tell us about Robert Downey Jr. Are they talking about him?
Yeah. I'm sorry about my dogs. They
No.
excited. I'm sure we hear them, and I'm sure my grandpa fell down the stairs, so they're barking. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Yeah, I mean it's the buzz, you know what I mean? It's exciting. Word is he's getting $100 million for at least one movie, probably. But then I heard he's just in the first two, and something's going to happen, and he's not in the third one. I don't know. But it's almost like the joke with that we just saw with. I don't know if you guys have seen Deadpool Wolverine yet. Hopefully you have at least seen it at least 15 times like I did. But in the movie, I remember like Deadpool's like he's breaking the fourth wall, and he's like, "Hey, they're gonna make it. Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90," and that's exactly what they're gonna do because they make money. These guys, how could you not use them, right? It would be stupid. Now I get that. There's other people that are that would be fantastic. I heard Mads Mikkelsen possibly he would have been fantastic, but we know what do they call it? RBJ or something, RBD. We know who he is. The fans know who he is. I mean, I don't know if you watched the clip of him making that announcement in Hall H of the Comic-Con, but like it blew up. Like everybody went berserk. And that's exactly what they want. They hear that and they're like, man, it's like raining money right now, because I mean that's what it's all about. Hollywood's all about making $1 billion, and this is right. This is in like I tell you what, next time they do a Star Wars movie, they're gonna put this guy in there because I mean, it's just like, oh my God, you hear he's in the. And now the other thing is he's a great actor. He just won an Oscar, and after I saw the movie, I go, yeah, he's gonna win because like he's fantastic in everything he does.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is, you know, some actors, they just come in and they're just playing themselves. I don't know who we could, maybe Tom Cruise. Honestly, he's fantastic, but he's just always Tom Cruise. Like, you're not going to get very much out of him. But I mean, Robert Downey Jr., he's got character, you know, and he can really absolutely act. So, I mean, it's a sure win. I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? How do you not use something that's tried and true?
Yeah, he's definitely money in the bank. And like you said about his acting skills, like it's all on display in this movie. You know, he's humorous. He's, you know, has moments of sheer panic and frustration, and, you know, he does it all in this movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, even more so is the chemistry. You know, he has it with Michelle Monaghan. He has it with Val Kilmer. And, you know, to have somebody who's just can ease it, he makes it look easy, right? I'm sure it's not an easy thing to do, but he makes it look easy, and he does it in every performance that he has. Like, even if you go way back and you're watching him in, you know, his movies from like the early '90s, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
You know, the drug problem really derailed his career, but he found his footing again, and you know, made a big career out of this.
Yeah. I'm really glad you mentioned Oppenheimer because I really enjoyed that movie, and I also predicted that Robert Downey would win for that movie as well. Getting back to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, for me, one of the funniest parts of the movie is I almost didn't believe that he happened because I almost thought he was joking at first. Is, I lost my finger.
Right.
And then the dog's, you know, running around with his finger later on in the movie, and you know, it's Mr. Frying Pan's pulling it off, and you know, it's like, you know, how much more can this guy kind of go through with this finger?
Right.
I mean, if I did that, I'd be crying like a little baby. I mean, you know.
I know. No, it's true. He got it slammed in the door.
Now, we've all had our fingers slammed in the door before.
Yeah, so we know what that feels like. Yeah.
So when what did she say to him? Like, did I just chop off your finger?
Yeah, did I just chop your finger?
It's like, what? And then there it is on the ground.
He's like, yes.
Now, to get to the end of the movie, because I'm glad you brought Michelle Monaghan again, just Hayden. Is there any chance he ends up with her beyond this movie? Like Robert Downey Jr.'s character, like he finally gets the girl and they settle down, and
I don't think there's any settling down with him. He doesn't look like that type to me.
He even
I don't
says
think she is. I don't think she is. I think she's the wild one. I think he wants her, and he would change his ways for her.
Okay,
he's that enamored with her.
All right,
but she is just not into him at the same level that she is. He is completely friend zoned.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't feel like they're together at the end of this or beyond the end of this. You know, he even says like he finds ways to kind of push himself in the other direction, and he even does it throughout the movie, like with her friend, and you know, she gets mad, but you know, she's not as into him as he is there. Definitely not.
Right. Not. Yeah. Even though they're kids, right? I mean, is that how the movie opened? Right? He's narrating, and she gets sawn in half. She's like, "See, I'm an actress," or something like that.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
And then takes the backhand. I was like, whoa. Yep, this was definitely pre-COVID.
It was a little hard, but yeah, I think you're right, Aiden. Like the plot was like, obviously it's going to be like a murder mystery comedy. Where's the body? But then it turned into like it's somebody else's body, and like it just got a little too complicated.
What was the point of Corbin Burnson at all in this movie?
How about what's the point of Corbin Burnson besides LA Law? Outside of LA Law,
he shows up as like, oh, it's the owner of the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? There are a couple Corbin Burnson movies where I know he is what it is. He's always going to be that D-level player in all these movies. But he always plays the same kind of jerky character.
Yeah,
he's never really get away from that. Yeah. Hey, that's what he is. I mean, he's probably the range is probably right there. They're thinking, okay, this is. I appreciated the LA Law kind of throwback scene that they had with the hair at the time.
Right.
But there are so many good Corbin Burnson movies that I could just sit there and rattle off. I'll pull up his IMDb real quick, and I'll mention some of his movies. If you guys can keep going for a sec.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not so much Corbin Burnson, but it was like, what was the point? Like, that's where this started to derail for me a little bit with the plot. Was like, okay, Corbin Burnson, but he was in whatever, Indiana, when they were in Indiana, and I'm like, and there's this private detective novels, and I'm like, I still don't even know what the point of any of that was.
The Johnny Gossamer movies, the books. Come on, man.
But listen, I know one thing is that Robert Downey Jr. is pretty good shot with a gun.
Oh,
he kills like a bunch of people in this movie.
He did. He went kind of nuts. His first victim was that guy. He's like, he wanted to play Russian roulette, right? And that didn't work out.
He shoots somebody. I mean, the scene is like,
he has to kill him.
He's like, it's a 1 in 8 chance. It's like, where did you learn your math? How is that 1 in 8? Oh my gosh, there's so many. I wish I would have seen it at theaters with a bunch of people, because it was hilarious, man. I was laughing out loud. I really did not expect to be laughing that much, honestly.
Yeah. It definitely some good comedy.
Yeah,
some of it didn't really play for me, like when he's at the end and they wheel Perry into the hospital room. He's like, yeah, he survived. And then all the characters that died in the movies show up, and then Elvis shows up, and I'm like, this is a little bit like too much.
It's just kind of weird. Yeah, kind of took a
here's the dead horse. I'm just gonna beat it until it's dead again.
Yeah.
Like, so some of that stuff just didn't work for me, but like I get it. Yeah, it's
Yeah. That was funny though. It was done very well. Not written, but again, I'm going to keep talking about Deadpool Wolverine, but even that was like, there's a lot of plot points like, what? That kind of doesn't really make sense, but I don't care because this movie is amazing.
Yes. Christopher and Christopher and I said the same thing when we did our review of that movie. Like, the plot is like, what? But it's so entertaining, and the characters are so good in it that you can excuse a weak plot. You can.
Right.
And this movie's similar in that, right? You get so much good characters, you get such good dialogue that you can excuse some of that.
Yeah, definitely.
It didn't really hurt it enough to kill it for me.
Right. What is the movies? What's Corbin Burnsen's movies here?
So actually, I'm not finding a lot of movies that he's been in, but he's been acting since 1967.
Wow, man, hard charger.
Oh yeah. I'll just mention off some of the TV shows again. He's in Major League 2, 171 episodes of L.A. Law. He was in the movie Shattered, which is one of my favorites with Tom Berenger. If you haven't seen it, it's a good murder mystery. Seinfeld, he was a guest on. Larry Sanders Show. The Nanny. Oh, let me tell you, that's
the movie or with Fran Drescher?
Fran Drescher.
That's
Fran
Drescher, yeah.
Oh yeah. The Dentist and Dentist 2. I mean, come on, who hadn't seen those, right?
I had like an awful. I couldn't stand that accent, but she's beautiful.
Oh, her legs.
She's very
yeah,
and she's very entertaining.
They are.
But then she starts talking. Like, all right, well,
that's almost every woman, though. I hate that.
Wow. All right. What was that? Say that again.
Look, I mean, it's after the first couple dates, it's like, what were you saying again? No. Oh yeah, you sit there and start nodding. It's like, oh no.
Oh man.
He was in The Outer Limits, Baywatch. How about that one?
Baywatch.
I mean, Fangs, the Presidio Med. I don't know what that is. Dragnet, Jag, NYPD Blue, Raging Sharks. Another LA Law show, Boston Legal. I mean, this goes a lot more.
I think Martin Short was in Boston Legal.
Badass.
I think he was.
Did an episode.
He was like a bad guy. He was awesome. Anyway,
Hawaii Five-0, Psych. He was in a lot of episodes of Psych, I guess, and the movies. Yeah, Gracie and Frank.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I mean, that's.
Young and the Restless. He was in 22 episodes of that.
Serviceable actor. Yeah, serviceable actor.
The Punisher he was in most recently, the TV show The Punisher.
He was?
Yeah, Magnum PI. Zodiac,
Yeah,
TV show.
Huh.
The Resident, 15 episodes of that. So I mean, he's still making TV shows today. So I mean,
Yeah.
Anytime you get a 60-year career going, I mean,
Yeah, good for you, man. It's a nice long career.
Yeah. But when we were talking about Fran Drescher's legs, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to Google them right now. And, I'll get back to you.
Make sure you get the episode with Donald Trump.
Screen here.
You gotta get the episode with Donald Trump. That's, he's in there too. But getting back to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where do you think that? I mean, because I thought that the plot scenario, like Hayden was saying, it's very weak for this movie. I mean, it's not like a real mystery type. I mean, the fact that the girl's missing her underpants, we're automatically assume she was an inmate at this. Yeah. That's a far stretch of a leap to kind of make. Oh, she must have been in this insane asylum, and therefore we can switch her out, and
I think
that's their calling card at that same asylum.
Yeah, and I think it's what Hayden was talking about. Like, some of the jokes is kind of like, okay, that's obviously supposed to be funny, but like, it's not. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't laugh. I wasn't like, oh my God, how hilarious. I think that's what they're going for.
I think some of the humor is sharper in other Shane Black movies than this one. But like I said, it's the actors and the performances that raise this movie.
I disagree with you, and I'm going to tell you why. Oh. If you weren't laughing when he peed on the corpse.
No, that was funny, but that's like one scene out of like
that's dark humor.
I mean, come on. And then dark humor. And then they're getting ready to throw the body into the dumpster.
But I'll say this about both of those scenes. That's not a joke. It's visual comedy. That's the difference, right? Sure. Like, you're peed on the corpse. He doesn't have to deliver like a witty one-liner when he does it. Right. Right. Like, So those are funny scenes for sure.
And me being a cop for 30 years, that was we were buried in dark humor. So all that stuff about, I mean, we don't laugh at the body. We're not, we're not making jokes like that. But we laugh when it's like, I have to tell you, you guys are cool if I share the stories, right? One time there's a report of some water off of a bridge. So they go look and they found a pair of arms, like just from the forearm up. And they took a picture and somebody shared that. And anybody missing? And somebody else said, "Those are my back scratchers." Oh my God! I'm sorry. I guess I can leave if you want. But,
no, you're fine.
Anyway, so that kind of humor is it's funny, and I get it, But it's got to work though.
Now, is there anything else that didn't work for you in this movie? I mean, you said that the plot's a little light, but the acting is really great. The script maybe you didn't think was all that pieced together. I actually preferred this over The Last Boy Scout. Hayden, what did you think? Better or worse than The Last Boy Scout?
I enjoyed The Last Boy Scout more, but the acting is way better in this movie. So that's kind of, as a movie, I think I would take Last Boy Scout over this. But I would say it's close. But Last Boy Scout's got action. It's more action than this. This is more dialogue driven. And it knows what it is. This, I think, like I said, I think at times it felt like somebody trying to impersonate Shane Black was writing it in spots. But the performances were way better than Last Boy Scout. Like not even in question.
Yeah.
You guys want to get final thoughts before we start box office projections? Would you guys recommend this movie? Not recommend this movie? Would you?
Oh, I would totally recommend it. Yeah,
absolutely. Go see this movie. It's entertaining. It's an easy watch. Hour 40 minutes. Goes real fast because it's just entertaining.
True. Fast paced. There's nothing boring in there. I can't think of any slow points or let me pause this or go make a sandwich or change my oil or something like that. It moved along really well. It was good.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to say that this is probably one of my more favorite movies of Shane Black. Maybe it's because it's more dialogue driven, like you said, Hayden. Again, the false narrator kind of, like he says, "Oh, let me tell you about the robot. I gotta go back and throw that in there." And it's just like, you like, how's this fit? And then you find out, oh, that's how she got invited to the party, and that's.
Let me ask you this before we wrap up, right? So he directed Iron Man 3 with Robert Downey Jr., and it's basically the same, voiceover narration. And I'm like, all right, just, we already saw him do this. Like, do something a little bit more outside of your comfort zone. I don't know. Like it gets kind of like tired after a while.
Now, I honestly can't remember what Iron Man 3 was about, though.
Yeah, because it wasn't a good movie.
It was the one with I actually enjoyed Iron Man 3. I was a lot better than Iron Man 2.
Was it about what was it about?
It was the one with who's the good-looking Irish, not Australian actor. He played he was in Prometheus.
that was Guy Pearce.
Great actor. I love watching him in a lot of his movies.
Okay.
I think he's got, especially after what was the one with Russell Crowe he did in
Is this about the Mandarin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that the villain?
Yes.
Okay.
Ben Kingsley, where he's all high
Ben
up all the time.
Kingsley.
And yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I enjoyed it.
I like that part. Yeah. That was
I enjoyed that. The way that they have all the Iron Man coming in, the whole Stark Tower kind of collapses. And
the problem I have with it, right? Like, it's a superhero movie, and suited up Iron Man is in it for like 5 minutes. And it's basically, look, I'm going to make Robert Downey Jr. act. It's a superhero movie. Like, know your audience. And you look at also Shane Black. He did the Predator movie. What was it called? The Predator. This was a massive, but it was a massive pile of dog shit.
We don't acknowledge that.
It was not good. But again, it's like, all right, you were in the original movie, right? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you feel the need to I'm going to make this I'm going to turn it on its head. It's almost like Shane Black is outthinking himself instead of just do what you do. Like, dialogue.
What works well, stick with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, give or take. Like, I think there's a wheelhouse for Shane Black, and that ship has sailed for me. Like, his older stuff is way better than the stuff he's putting out now. I don't know.
Yeah. But I was not a fan of The Nice Guys. I know you guys.
I like that
a little bit more. Yeah, I maybe on a second watch I would like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
For me, it was just a hacky. Okay, we've seen this done a couple times now, and it just is not done as well as in the past. Russell Crowe, I still can't kind of wrap my head around anything outside of Gladiator, kind of with him, or L.A. Confidential. That was the movie I was thinking of.
L.A. Confidential,
yes.
Which is an amazing movie with Guy Pearce.
Tremendous.
And Danny DeVito, and it's Kevin Spacey. And I don't know how he's still not getting work. He's a tremendous actor, Kevin Spacey. I don't care what he did. Put him in some more movies. Well, no, I understand what the idea is, but
no, I know. I'm just kidding.
He's been look.
Right. No, he will. He'll come back. Just keep
I
your
hope
hands in
so.
your pockets.
And I hope so. Well, I don't want to keep them there. They're up here where you can see them. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like,
no, you're right. You're right.
He's just too talented to be on the sidelines. How many people have won a supporting Academy Award and then an actual Academy Award?
Yeah,
I would say it's a very short list to be on.
It is.
But no, I just wanted to get the general consensus on whether fans should see this movie and what you liked about it, and
Yes.
Robert, what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, 2 thumbs up, man. I wanted to watch it again. I wanted to watch it a couple days ago again. However, my father-in-law got sick, so I've been taking care of him the past couple of days.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no worries. But he's better. He's with us. He's stable. It's just kind of but I do want to watch it again. It was very fun. Like I said, I like fast, witty movies. I like I don't know. That's not necessarily true. Something like Dune. I love Dune. That was not fast or witty, but I just like, how about well written and character driven movies, which this is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we see those movies that have a lot of like cinematography, a lot of I don't know, action, whatever.
but like I like to get to know the characters just through their own dialogue, and this was perfect for that. So I loved it.
And we got Hayden's take. For me, again, I think I ranked this a lot higher than Robert and Hayden did, but I did love this movie a lot more than, say, a lot of the other movies. I guess the exception, would be Lethal Weapon. I guess would be the top tier, but this would be like 1A for me.
Nice.
Before we continue with box office, Robert, if you don't know, me and Hayden, we talk about the movies that are upcoming and the movies that came out the last couple weeks.
Okay.
And we kind of give a projection on how much money we think their opening weekend will make.
Wow.
So, for example, to show you how off that me and Hayden are, Hayden is the champion right now. He is just literally giving me the people's elbow from the top rope.
Wow.
The last like 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Although by technicality, he beat me last time. We'll see if that changes tonight.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get squashed.
Yeah.
Because
So here we go. We got. Go ahead, Hayden.
the Reagan number is bananas.
Well, we got crushed on that one. But
Yeah.
for example, we picked Beetlejuice as one of the movies during our last podcast review, and Hayden had guessed 65 million opening weekend. I had guessed 66, and of course, it had generated 111 million.
Yes, massive.
I heard
Yeah,
it's really good. I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I heard it's fantastic. So I don't know.
I'm the only one of the three of you who has seen it then, and I would tell you to go ahead and watch the original instead.
Okay.
It was, I don't want to say the word bad, but it was, I wanted my money and my time back.
Okay.
There were moments it was almost there, and then they just kind of, I'm gonna pull that back and just take that away from you, and we don't have to see this. And
Okay.
I was just like, why am I doing this?
But it did 110 million over the weekend, right? Opening weekend.
So that's number one. I would take that because I basically played the Price is Right game with Hayden and guessed $1 over. And that's how I came up with. Yeah. So the second movie that we reviewed was The Front Room with Brandy, where she has the Nazi Satan grandmother living with her in her house.
Yes.
I'm not kidding with that. That's basically the plot.
Okay.
Hayden, you had guessed 4 million. I had guessed 6. The actual retail number, Hayden. You ready?
Go.
1.5.
Oh.
Fans are not there to see Brandy or Satan Nazi grandmom.
Who's
It is
Brandy? You talking about the singer?
Yeah,
Yes.
the R&B singer.
Wow.
From the,
From
Yeah.
the 2000s or something?
yes.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Yes.
That's a throw. Yeah, I had no idea. I mean,
So Hayden, we're 1-1. Here we go.
Here we go.
Two movies left. The
I
third
know-
one was the James McAvoy movie, which is a remake, Speak No Evil. Hayden, you guessed 11. I'm sorry, you guessed 12.
12.
I guessed 11. The actual retail number, this is scary,
Yeah.
11.5.
That's wild.
wow.
11.5. We were tuned in.
So
guys are
close on
amazing.
that one. So close
Now-
on that one.
I'm going to have to take that one because I didn't go over the actual retail dollar. You did. So I'm going to take that one. I'm up 2-1. It's your opportunity to.
Well, I
drag
think I lose because I was lower on Reagan. I think.
No, we didn't guess Reagan for this one. So here
Oh, we
go.
didn't. Oh, okay. I thought we. Oh, that was the week prior.
That was the week prior. The
Yeah.
Killer's Game with 75-pound Bautista.
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
You guessed 3.5. I guessed 2.1.
yes.
Hayden, we have a new champion. The actual retail number is 2.6.
Wow.
We were in between. Yeah, that was
We
close
were
for
we were
those.
right on the money with those almost.
Other than Beetlejuice. Don't say his
Yeah.
name 3 times. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's so as our special guest, Robert, you would guess we got 4 movies for this week lined up coming out in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
We're just gonna go ahead and give us your guess on what you think is gonna make the box office.
Wow.
Opening weekend only, not total, not
Right.
gross.
Right.
The first movie would be Transform. We also have some video clips for some of these movies that are lesser well known. But the first one is Transformers 1. What do you think about this movie? Have you seen any of the trailers for it? Are you excited about it? Are you not excited about it? What do you think?
I did. I saw the trailer. I think they revealed it during Comic-Con, so I know that's when I saw it. And there's a lot of hype for it because it's kind of an origin sort of, and it goes back to Optimus Prime and you know, like I mean, it really is an origin story. But I think it's going to do very well. So opening weekend, I'm going to say 18 mil. I don't know.
I think that's actually I feel like that's a little low on the low side for that movie. But I'll be conservative and say 18 million for that one.
Hayden, give it to me.
I think it's gonna be big.
I think
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
go. I'm gonna go 45.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the numbers I should have been looking at, not 18. I don't know. I think that's. I did. Let me take my 81. I'm gonna just say. I'll just say 81.
You're reversing the numbers. 81. Okay, you're reversing the numbers here.
Yeah, 14 was like, what am I thinking?
I really think that this is going to be a big movie,
Yeah, I think so.
and I think
I
I think what Paramount finally figured out is that people with Transformers, we want to see the robots, not the humans.
Yeah.
And this is what this movie is, and I think it's going to be right up Transformers fans' alley. It's going to have some humor and some stuff, but it's what we want to see: the robots.
And I feel like the last few movies, MCU or whoever, fan service is necessary, and I feel like they probably nailed that down with this one. And hopefully we'll see Starscream again and some other very fun Autobots and Decepticons. Yeah.
So this is just my opinion: is that you both need to be subject to drug testing immediately.
Okay.
For any guesses in this atmosphere of realms, have you not seen how badly this? I mean, look, the '80s television show looked better than what they're putting on the big screen for this. I don't understand. The animation looks terrible. The people voicing this don't sound like robots. I don't understand what the origin plot is. They're working in the sewer underneath. I mean, I don't understand. And this Cybertron, Optimus Prime is the garbage man. I mean, what's going on here? I don't understand this. This is not part of the origin story in terms of what I understood growing up for Transformers. You bring back Galvatron and Unicron. I'm there. I'm dialed in.
It might be in there. It might be there though.
Look, show me that. Show me Starscream running around blasting people with the high pitched voice, like sound like Cobra Commander. I'm there. But this looks like a train wreck without wheelie. Okay, I need to see this. Just like totally like go down the toilet and just pretend it never happened. I would guess like 23 million. Yeah, I am not a fan of this. I don't think it's going to do well. I think that the Transformers from 40 years ago have not translated well to the kids today. And unless you're getting the people from Big Bang Theory going to see this weekend, I don't know who's going to go see this when you have a lot of different options out there for kids still. What's the rating on this? PG-13?
PG, I think.
Yeah.
Where's the draw? Chris Hemsworth?
The draw is the Transformers. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I have a very good feeling about this movie doing well. We've seen some of these animated movies. Some of them just are making a lot of money. I really feel like this is going to be a big one.
And I'm going to tell you, there's another one that's coming up, and I'm going to give you this one here. This is another reason why I don't think it's going to do as well, because the movie that comes out on the 30th, the week after this, in my opinion, is going to be huge on September 27th. And that's The Wild Robot. Have you guys seen the trailer for this?
No.
And
I think this is part of the problem. Is I've seen the Transformers trailer. I know what the Transformers are. I don't know what robots are wild. I don't know what that is.
I'm going to tell you now. You prepare to Hayden, find the trailer. Cue the trailer, Hayden. I didn't send it to you. Cue it. You want to have your heartstrings tugged at? Thing here.
No, I don't.
It's by the same people. No, I'm telling you, it's made by the same people who put out. They do a lot of. What's the one that? It's
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow.
Oh, I'm telling you, this thing looks wonderful. You could play the trailer right here, Hayden.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I know I sent you the other two. I didn't send you that. Yeah, Hayden's gonna play it.
Okay.
Oh, you guys see it?
There you go.
Report.
There it is.
At 0300 hours, a number of Universal Dynamics robots were lost in a typhoon. Chance of recovery is unlikely.
Do you need assistance? Aggression detected. I see your problem. Processing language.
You need to learn how things work on this island.
Hello.
Goslings in print on the first thing they see. Which would be you? You're his mother now.
I do not have the programming.
No one does. He needs to swim and fly.
Swimming's easy. I can teach him the way my mom taught me. Swim! He's a runt. His chances aren't super good.
I will protect him. He's got to leave this island by fall.
Right, Bill?
It is more dangerous for him than anyone else. But he has a chance. If where his wings end, his heart can pay the balance.
You are not easy to find. You are defective. I feel fine. You should not feel anything at all.
Mom?
No!
Sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be. I will protect all of you.
You are ordered to return home.
I am already home, and I am a wild robot.
Now, the difference between that and Transformers 1, my heartstrings are with this. No backstory, what become more than you are. We're not even getting that in Transformers.
You don't know that. That's the whole point of the Transformers 1. That's how they get their transforming abilities.
Yeah, the trash man, and now he's a leader of the Autobots. What are you talking about? Author Christopher Michael Blake.
I'm going to throw the number out there for this one. $65 million for the Wild Robot. Yeah. This is going to be a huge movie. It's going to carry through to probably Christmas. It's going to get wild reviews, great reviews. You got the whole eco environment stuff in there. It's made by, the same people who made How to Train Your Dragon, which is a huge franchise. My daughter still watches those movies. $65 million, in my opinion, at a minimum. That plays into Transformers, why it won't do so well the following week.
Well, I mean, the following week it's going to dip anyway because the movies drop like 40% in the second week anyway. But whether it holds enough to pull the audience from Wild Robot, I don't know. I'm going to go with about the same. I'll say 45.
Robert, you got a...
I'm going to go lower. I'm going to say 35.
Okay.
I'm curious to see. They're like we have an office pool going with this movie right now.
Yeah.
Hayden, you please cue up the trailer for Never Let Go.
Never Let Go.
Have you seen this trailer, Robert?
It doesn't sound familiar.
And that's because it looks like a piece of garbage. But I haven't watched the trailer. I was not going to see this.
I've seen it once.
I had not seen it at all. But the premise of this is just so beyond me. I'm just not. I have no interest.
Yeah.
Looks spooky.
All right, here we go. Never Let Go.
One touch
Berry.
without willpower is all it takes. Never let go.
Once upon a time, there was a mother and her 2 sons. And nothing could hurt them as long as they stayed connected to their home.
I know this life's been hard on you boys since the world ended.
Don't feed the dog. We're not the only ones starving.
But the evil out there is clever. One touch without a robot is all it takes. Never let go.
Never let go. Never let go. After your rope broke, did you notice anything? Why are you asking all these questions? Mama never lied to us.
It wants you to doubt me.
Maybe it's safe to leave.
That's what it wants you to think. That rope is your lifeline. Never let go.
Say it. Never let go. Maybe the world's still out there.
We're in the world now.
Excuse me while I start throwing up over here in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you're the horror author, right?
What do you think?
I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, again, maybe it's better than the previous shows. I don't know.
What was that? That horror. Oh man, the one where you make a noise in the woods and the things come and they get you. What was that one?
Yeah.
They just made a sequel and then they just made the prequel to it. What was that?
A Quiet Place?
Quiet Place.
Quiet
Right?
Place.
Like this feels like, oh, let's make one of those types of movies, you know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The director of this, that Alexander AJ, he directed the Hills Have Eyes remake, which I liked. So I think it has a chance to be decent, but I don't feel like the trailer is that good or interesting enough, or makes me feel like when I see the trailer, I'm just like, oh God, another one of these, you know. Like I feel like this is like the only kind of horror movies we get now. Or is this like it's almost like an M. Night Shyamalan kind of don't go out of the house, stay attached to the rope, you know? Like I don't know. Like, is Halle Berry a draw still? I don't know.
Very pretty. I mean, she knows she can act. She's very pretty. But yeah, I don't know what this. Can I read the premise I found on Wiki? Is that all right?
Yeah,
sure, go ahead.
A family consisting of a mother and her twin sons has suffered from the torment of a malicious spirit for many years. So just think of, well, you just saw this, right? Of many years, but then you're like, but like the world ended. Like, what are we talking about here? However, when one of the boys starts to doubt the existence of the evil, the family's sacred bond is broken, leading to a dangerous fight for survival. Like, I'm bored. Like, I still know what's going on. Like,
yeah.
And it's sad because it looks like they put some good money into it, but no.
How did the Brandy one do? Was it
1.5?
Well, I think Halle Berry's more bankable than Brandy, but not that much anymore. I'll go 7.5.
And this opens in 2 days.
Yes.
7.5.
You want to go next there, Robert?
I'm going to go a little higher. I feel like people want to go see some horror. I'm going to go to 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
this is my gut feeling with this is that basically they took a low budget movie with a script that was pretty decent. They got a decent director to come on board. He say he did Crawl. Is that what he did too? They mentioned that.
Crawl,
which is a pretty good movie. The one with the yellow. That was pretty good, believe it or not.
Yep.
I actually enjoyed the movie Crawl. I shouldn't say that, but I did. Halle Berry, I think she's good for at least $5 million, but I'm going to cover myself just a little bit. I'll say $6 million opening weekend. I think that's being very generous, and I think a lot of that's due to Halle Berry. I just don't see this movie. I don't see anybody rushing out to. Not only that, but it really hasn't been promoted anywhere. I haven't really seen the trailer for this anywhere.
Yeah.
The same thing kind of happened to the front room if I was walking by the movie theater.
Right. Yeah.
And I didn't see the poster hanging. I would never know the movie was even playing. Another one's coming up. The last movie we had to talk about, show the trailer for, is one again. I had not seen the trailer played anywhere, and it's coming out in 2 weeks. But it's directed by a famous director, Francis Ford Coppola.
Wow.
It has a very good cast to it, and that's Megalopolis.
Oh,
Hayden, if you could let the debauchery and Roman science fiction, I guess that's the premise here, it's Rome sci-fi, play in a big mess, which he totally bankrolled himself. Let's go.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
One filmmaker has always been ahead of his time.
Go.
Now, from visionary writer and director Francis Ford Coppola, comes an event nothing can prepare you for.
Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization about to reach a dead end. Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us? My plan is a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
What about those standing in your way?
Power to the people!
Who like it the way it is?
People don't need dreams. People need help now.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
We're in need of a great debate about the future.
Enjoy the show.
1, 2, 3. Yippee yay.
There's still so much to accomplish, but is there time? Go.
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
Oh boy.
That's enough for me.
I don't know how many psychedelics and gummies I'll have to take before I go to see this.
14. It has Aubrey Plaza though. I love Aubrey Plaza. I love Adam Driver. It's got a great cast.
Great cast. Wonderful cast. John Voight, Giancarlo Esposito, and as you said, Adam Driver. Great cast. No desire to go see this. It looks like a total disaster waiting to happen.
But see, is that the draw? Is that the draw? No,
you're overthinking it.
You know that this movie is going to be a mess, and it's almost like I kind of want to see it because I know it's going to be such a disaster. That I would have to be there.
I would wait for streaming. I don't know. I don't know if I want to pay $12.50 or whatever it is now to go.
This movie hasn't. I'll say this: this movie has enough buzz, whether it be negative or positive, that people will be a little curious about it. It's not going to, I don't think it's hitting double digits, but I think it's going to do enough to maybe hit 5, maybe 6. We'll say 5.5 for me.
6.5 million. That's it.
$5.5 million.
That's it on a $120 million budget.
Oh yeah.
So this is totally gonna be a stinker.
Oh yeah.
I'm just making sure when you're like, oh, enough people are going to see this to make sure it gets flushed down the toilet.
Yeah, right. My thing is like, if you saw this trailer, right, and you didn't hear any of this Francis Ford Coppola, this movie's a train wreck, it's a disaster, you didn't hear anything, nobody would go see this. People will see it because it's Francis Ford Coppola, because it's been talked about how he's like been inappropriate with cast, how he's like, this movie, nobody wanted to put any money into it. It's a total disaster. It's all on his own. And that is enough hype to get, I think, $5.5 million.
I'm gonna put that down for you, Hayden. 5.5. All right. I guess I'll go next. Can you spell bankruptcy? I think I can. I really don't know who's going to see this. I think, Hayden, at first I thought you were a little low. I'm thinking you might not be that low. Probably R-rated due to the debauchery and themes and violence and language.
That'd be like the only thing that could save it.
A lot of people are not sci-fi fans, unfortunately, despite the success of Alien Romulus. I'm going to probably have to go $9 million.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say 9. It's got big names. I think people want to see Shia LaBeouf again, those that remember him, and Aubrey Plaza. And, you know, it looks interesting, but all it is just a guy wants to remake a city, and the mayor is stopping him with the budgetary reasons. I mean, so like,
Right.
And it's an obvious art film. It's an obvious art film in cinema, which is what Coppola does. He does cinema, but like, that's not the audience of today. Today's audience is reels, like 5-second reels, not art films. So, unfortunately,
I mean, the part in the trailer with Adam Driver holding the T square.
It was a sword. Didn't you see that?
But you're waiting for it
Come
to light
on.
up. You're waiting for the lightsaber to pop out. Of the other end.
Stop. No.
yeah, we got 1, 2,
So you said $9 million, Robert?
9. I'm with you. Yeah, that
All
was
right,
the number
9
I
million.
had picked in my head, so I'll stick with that.
All right. This is the point in the show where I have to thank everybody for coming. Check out Coil and Fang on Robert Aduato's, I'm probably butchering your last name again, website.
Okay.
And again, he's an award-winning author. You're looking at Sherlock Holmes versus Mission Impossible, Vengeance, Assassins, Mystery. You're getting all the excitement.
Action.
4-book series.
Yep.
You got a 5th book planned still, or are you still?
I do. I got to start writing that November. I'm going to start writing that November. But 5 will close out the series, and then I can.
We no longer mention Nano whatever here on this channel.
Oh yeah.
We don't mention that.
No, I'm with you guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
November. We call it a November project now.
There you. That works for me. I'm good with that.
November project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 days. It's kind of similar, just not affiliated with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sponsor CrimsonHarvest.com. Indiegogo projects. Can't get enough. You want to act in your own movie? Hayden, you got any closing thoughts? Make sure you put your underwear on the corpse before you throw it in the lake, or what?
Go watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's fun.
Stick around for the news.
I'll be right back.
Bye, guys.
Okay.